We are on the air.
I knew we were on the air because you took a drink of water.
That and the thing that says live in the corner of the screen.
I don't have to look at that. I know you want to be on camera for people to see you when you drink water.
Well, I do enjoy my mug.
Yes, I know. Yes.
All right. Shall we?
Let's shall.
In Fappening in the Dark in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekodrome. You've got me, but who's got you?
Aww.
Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek.
That's you.
The guy over there saying whatever he just said is Stugots.
Sup?
And I'm John.
We're shaking bacon.
Well, I had to open with today's quote because we lost Margot Kidder today.
Lost her?
I know.
Someone should try to find her.
Unfortunately, we know where she is. And she is with us.
You're such a kidder.
Yes. But the lowest lane of our childhoods is gone.
Yes.
So it's
of our
unfortunate.
Generation.
Yeah, I mean, if Christopher Reeve was our Superman, she was our lowest lane. Undeniably so. And all of the current ones are, measured against her. As all the current Supermans are measured against Christopher Reeve.
Rightfully.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's captured the part as well as he has. I mean, the way he
the Kabbalah kid's trying, though, man.
Well, they all try, but, none of them.
Yeah, but like the Brandon Roth kid, it was just like, oh, no offense to you, dude.
Well, Brandon Routh was doing an impersonation of Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Because that movie was literally an impersonation of the Christopher Reeve movies.
Yes.
I mean, there was nothing about it that was completely original. It was just trying to continue on the story.
Yeah.
That had previously been done.
And I what's her name playing Lois Lane in that movie? What was her name? Blake? Was that Blake Lively?
No, it was. God damn it! Superman Returns, right?
Yes, Superman Returns.
Yeah, 2006.
God, 2006.
I know it's quite a while ago.
12 years ago already.
Kate Bosworth.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's pretty and all, but she just didn't. She didn't do it for me. I mean, not to be mean, but Margot Kidder wasn't exactly gorgeous either.
But she had she was the hard-nosed reporter.
Yeah. Like, she had moxie.
There you go. Moxie. That's a good word for it. But she had that edge.
Yeah.
That, you thought she was a reporter. Kate Bosworth, well, I don't know. What was she, a surfer? There was just nothing reporter, nothing that said hard-nosed investigative reporter about her.
No. I mean, but really, Amy Adams, you could say that about too.
But at least Amy Adams' version had that, was actually investigating a story.
Yeah. It wasn't just standing around waiting to be saved.
Exactly. She, regardless of, everything about that movie, at least the character of Lois Lane was Lois Lane.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters that were out of character. I wouldn't say she was out of it. It was her interpretation.
Yes.
Which was a little more low key, but I don't think it's, to a detriment for that. I mean, there's just so much else to complain about that movie that I thought Amy Adams was fine. I liked her in it. But moving on to things that, are really going on in the geekosphere. This upfronts are this week. So a lot of TV news stories of what's, getting picked up and what's getting canceled and what didn't get picked up are going around. Greatest American Hero reboot didn't get picked up. The Magnum PI did get picked up. Sorry, about to say something there?
I said I'm glad that the Greatest American Hero did not get picked up.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I don't know if it was good or bad. I just know that they were making
use that same premise, come up with a different name, and a different costume. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be aliens. She could be struck by lightning, and then all of a sudden she has powers. She doesn't know how to use them.
Yeah, but then they don't get to, reuse the name.
Exactly. Originality. Just
yeah.
But the premise of the holy crap, I don't know how I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but everything's getting rebooted now in some form or another.
We could not reboot. We don't have to reboot every single thing.
Not
we
even
can put an original twist on something.
Not even Magnum PI?
No, because it's not going to be done right. The dude doesn't even have a mustache. Come on.
Or a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. He's wearing something that he got out of Banana Republic. Oh, no, what's the other one? Jen, what's the other store that the kids shop at? Everyone who's like 100 pounds. Yeah, Aeropostale.
All right. But he also is I don't think he's going to wear a Detroit Lions cap.
No, it's the Detroit Tigers.
Sorry, Tigers. Football versus baseball. Whatever.
So he's not Magnum PI. He's metrosexual PI. Mm-hmm. And are we going to call him Magnum? Because guns aren't allowed to be glorified in our society today. Well, what are you going to call him? Slingshot?
He is supposed to be a Afghanistan veteran. So
okay.
They're kind of keeping that perspective of it.
Was he a Navy SEAL?
I believe they are keeping that as well. Okay. There's a Navy SEAL in Afghanistan.
What?
Afghanistan.
Oh.
Why?
I stumbled a little bit. I was worried maybe you're having a stroke.
I saw, was it Brizago and try to take out the B team. It was a slight distraction. You know how that can be. It's the fashion police.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, not a clue.
No.
Not till the next show, Mass and Tights pops up. Then all of a sudden you know everything about it. So what a coincidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And if you don't subscribe to Mass and Tights, it's on iTunes, Google Play, all your favorite podcast areas. So there was also a show that wasn't picked up, starring fan favorite Kevin Bacon for Tremors. And
I didn't even know that this was a thing, to tell you the truth.
I had heard that it was being shopped. I don't think a network was attached. I think it was an independent production that they were shopping around, and nobody picked it up. So they released the trailer or whatever it was that they created to sell to the networks, and it got how many views on the YouTubes?
1.5 million.
1.5 million.
In 2 days.
And people are losing their minds about how good this is.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people actually remember the original movie who are saying this.
Well, that campiness seems to be in vogue.
That's true.
So I didn't see the trailer. I'll be honest. Full disclosure.
I haven't watched either.
But to me, if I was something like YouTube Red and this thing has 1.5 million views of the trailer, I have to think that might translate into 500,000 views of a show.
Seemed to work for Cobra Kai.
Yeah. So at the very least, why isn't YouTube like, why you motherfuckers are passing on this? We'll go.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one of the Hulu's hasn't picked it up. Seeing
the
buzz it's getting, but maybe we'll find out next week somebody is picking it up. We'll see.
We'll update you. Be listening.
We will be your home for all things Tremors.
Well, we are the weekly roundtable for all things geek.
At all things Tremors. We're changing
Tremors.
We're changing the tag now. We're the weekly roundtable for all things Tremors.
All things Tremors. Tremors related. Everything Tremors related will be discussed here.
Yes, we're going to become a weekly Tremors podcast.
We are your home for Tremors. We're going to have so much Tremors. You're going to think we have what is it?
Delirious Tremor?
Parkinson's.
Oh, all right. I can't wait for our Tremor cast. So there are two shows that we've talked about in the past that have both been renewed.
Westworld?
Well, Westworld was renewed last week.
Oh, okay.
But HBO is on a different timeline.
Okay.
But a week or two ago, like Westworld was picked up like right after the second or third episode was played. Like they knew they had a hit.
I didn't see it this week yet. I have to see it probably Wednesday.
I won't spoil it, but it's damn good.
Okay. The week before, the way the week before ended was like, oh, and then all I could think about was you and I saying on the show what we recorded earlier that night of, we're not going to be talking Westworld every week. Something big happens. We'll talk about it. Then I go and watch it, and that last scene, I was like, oh, that's something big.
There's been something big every week. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because we went to Arabia last week. We saw what is being called the Raj. It's not spoiler because we know it's coming. Next week, we're going to feudal Japan.
Right.
I'm not.
I know you're not spoiling it because it was teased in that episode.
It was
the last one.
Yeah, it's been teased a couple times. It was teased at the end of last season. So, but it was in the previews for next week.
Oh, cool.
I won't say who's there or what, but just that it's there. I'm sure you'll see the previews and go, holy shit, because I know I did. Plus, there's some big reveals in this episode. Lots of good moments.
I would try to watch it tonight, but it's already late. I already worked a long day, and I got to be up tomorrow morning at 5:30. So,
I hear you. I have stuff like that myself that I'm not going to talk about here. But network shows.
Yeah.
All the superhero stuff on CW has been renewed, even though we don't necessarily talk about it anymore. But
good for them.
Yeah. I still watch Flash and Legends.
No, I want to see the genre succeed. Whether I like something or not, it's just not my taste. That doesn't mean I want to see something fail.
Well, what about Agents of Sky?
No, I hope that shits the bed.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did get a renewal in the 12th hour or whatever, but it's an abbreviated season next year, so we will see 13 episodes, and it's if that's the case.
If Coulson dies next week or this week,
yeah, this Friday,
there's no reason for me to watch it. But if they're going to tease him being alive to get me to watch all 13 episodes next year, I'm going to be a little pissed off.
Yeah, I can't watch it without Coulson, I don't think either.
But I don't want that tease of is he alive or is he dead? But for 13 episodes.
Well, no, that's something that has to be resolved in the first episode.
That has to be resolved this week.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Because
he's either dead or it's the end of the world.
That's true.
So if you're going to then prolong, well, we don't know if he's dead or not. Well, then did the end of the world come?
Well, two problems with it. One, if they end the world, where will I keep my stuff? Because the Earth is where I keep all my stuff.
Yeah. And where am I going to go for pizza?
That too. I mean, it's not like you can go to pizza on other planets. It just isn't.
I can't go to Pizza Hut of Mars.
Well, I would go to Pizza Hut anyway.
I won't go to Pizza Hut anyway. I can't go to Famous Rays of Mars.
There you go. No, you can't. So unless the Kree opens a pizza parlor somewhere, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that they're supposed to be tied into the MCU.
Yes.
So if they blow up Earth, what exactly is Thanos,
snapping his fingers for?
Exactly. We saved a lot of time. No more Captain America or Iron Man or any of those. Well, actually, Iron Man's off planet, so he could survive. But everybody else, Hulk, Captain America, the rest of them, all gone.
Just not tying it in directly is, I think, is taking me out of it right now. Because Infinity War was so big and the ramifications of it were so vast that I can't really understand how does this show continue. Like if that show comes out in October, okay, they are somewhat giving away part of the movie.
How so?
Well, half the people are dead. So half the people of the Avengers are dead. Not one person on this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team is dead.
So, all right, you got to remember the time difference. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is happening at the time of the movie.
Right.
So we have to assume if they don't reference the finger snap on this week's finale, which they may not, just because they're telling their story and because, maybe they didn't want to tell people who are working on the TV show what's going on with the movie.
Right.
to keep the secret. But the next season has to exist in that Thanos world.
Right. Yes.
So like half the cast has to be gone.
Like if Thanos snapped his fingers at 5:00 in the movie, next week's episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. has to be before 5 p.m.
Yeah. It's definitely happening before the snap. But
they can't do a whole 13 episodes next year before the snap.
No, it has to be in that
After.
snap time.
So that means you have to lose people. Some people have to be dead. It can't be everyone on this team is alive.
Yeah, because we don't know how much time is existing between the snap and the next movie also.
Right. We don't know.
So, we have to consider that. So we're going to assume that it's happening in that time frame, but it has to be post-snap. Of course, if they do the thing with somebody gets the glove and reverses time and none of it ever really happened, well, then it just fucks everything up.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, next season has to happen in that post-Thanos snap.
That post-snap world.
And it's like, who on the team would you get rid of? Well, I know who you'd get rid of.
You're the Sky. And Deke.
And who?
Deke.
Oh, yeah, he's a waste.
Everyone else stays, and I got a nice show again to watch.
Let's see. You'd have May, Mac, Yo-Yo, Coulson.
Yes. I guess we can get rid of Yo-Yo, too.
Fitz and Simmons. So the only one you're getting rid of is Sky,
And
Deke, and
Robot Arms.
And maybe Yo-Yo. That sounds about 50%. And then just get rid of a lot of the supporting cast. That'll even it out.
I would have taken, when they gave her the robot arms, I would have gave her the like those claw type hands that the robot on Lost in Space had, the original Lost in Space, where it was like two slinkies with the crabs, like danger, Will Robinson, danger, Mac, danger, danger. I smoke 2 packs of Pall Malls a day with these crab hands.
How would you smoke with crab hands like that? Because if they're clamps,
like this, yeah, like this.
But wouldn't you crush them if you have clamp hands? You'd be clamping.
No, you gotta be gentle. She'd have to learn fine touch.
But that robot was walking around like floppy arms.
I don't know if she'd be able to reach.
Yeah, would he even be able to reach? But he had no neck. He had no spine.
Oh, well, it's just the arms that she had replaced that got cut off.
Oh, all right. So just her, yeah.
Works. Her neck works.
All right, so it might work. Be like that Futurama robot with the clamps.
Bender.
Clamp him.
Bender.
No, not Bender. Clamps. Bender was a bending robot. He was one of the mafia.
But Bender he didn't have fingers.
Yes, he did.
Bender. No, I thought he had. I thought he just had things.
He has sort of like, it's like a funnel with like 3 or 4 fingers sticking out the front of it.
Oh yeah, it is. It's got those little nibs.
I was actually just watching Futurama last weekend for a little bit.
Yeah, I love that show. That's so good
too, and it really still holds up. All right, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. we got 13 episodes next year. Yeah, and I don't know if you're still watching Gotham at all.
Nope, I have not watched at all. I think I watched 2 episodes in the beginning of this season, and I was like, I'm done. I can't.
All right. It's still all right, but there's one last season coming to Gotham. It's being renewed for 1 season. And
the kid's going to be Batman at 14 years old.
Pretty much. And everybody else is going to be in their 30s.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that never worked for me on this show. Other than that, I kind of enjoy it.
I don't mind how they changed origins, and I don't mind that at all. Creative license. I'm all for it.
And how they changed the actress for...
I hated the way they changed Poison Ivy. Yeah, I hated that. Like 3 times now.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's cool, like seeing representations of some of these villains. Even if
I like seeing earlier versions of them. I do. I don't mind it. I like seeing Gordon, being a hard ass and ascending from beat cop to, commissioner. Yeah,
but it just shows that nobody actually wanted to watch that show because they were like, "Oh, this is not working." and suddenly changed the whole thing to be more
Yes.
Batman-y.
And I guess people are watching.
Enough to get one last season.
Yeah.
And that'll take it to 100 episodes and
That's all they need.
syndication.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably a big reason why they're giving it one last.
Yeah.
So, all right. But yeah, I may stick around and see if they actually do Batman by the end. But yeah, that show, I wouldn't have missed it if they didn't continue it next year. So there is one show that hasn't, the network hasn't come out yet, but is halfway done filming. Jon Favreau has his Star Wars series going.
Oh.
And we've learned some details this week.
Oh, we did?
Well, I did. I don't know if you did.
I didn't. Well,
then let me fill you in.
Yeah, fill me in, because I saw the link and then I didn't click it.
All right. So the big Star Wars Solo movie premiere was this week. Lots of people were there, including
now.
Jon
Don't
Favreau.
be confused with this Solo film with the Mario Van Peebles film of the same name.
Yeah, you don't want to confuse the two.
You have to say Han Solo, a Star Wars story,
or just ask for the Red Cup.
Yeah, Red Solo Cup.
Yes. Well, that was the working title of the movie, Red Cup.
Oh, nice.
So, okay. So it takes place 7 years after the Battle of Endor.
Okay.
And it is half done filming already. However many episodes there are going to be, 10 or 13 or whatever, for that upcoming Disney...
hang on. 7 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
How many years... So is this going to just like bridging a gap between Jedi and The Force Awakens?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
And I don't think it has anything to do with the Star Wars. Like, it's not the Skywalker story at all, but I think it does deal with the rise of the First Order.
Okay. I think I trust Jon Favreau because I've enjoyed many of his films. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would just go get away from that timeline or storyline, you know?
So, this is something that bothers me because the one other thing we learned at the premiere is we finally found out what the next Star Wars story is going to be. Never mind that everybody on Solo pretty much is a 3-movie contract, but apparently we're going to start filming in 2019 for a 2020 release of Ben Kenobi.
Wait a second. Is that all that we got out of Jon Favreau?
Yeah, that's really all we got out of Jon Favreau.
Oh, that's a letdown. I'm glad I didn't click the link.
Yeah, but at least now we know, like, it's filming, it's happening. Yeah. We don't know when the Disney Network is kicking off or anything.
And that's what it's going to be on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, to kick off that network, they're trying to do, like, superhero shows, Star Wars shows.
Okay.
And I forget what, like, is it a princess show or something? Some sort of girl show, and I just don't remember what it is. But there's at least 3 or 4 that they've said are going to be on the network, along with, like, all the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But if there's enough Marvel and, Star Wars, it might get me to,
I'll check it out for a month or two. But I just feel like there's so many stories. And I'm all for the Ben Kenobi film. I think he has something there. Okay. Especially if you get, what's his name, to play him again. Because he played him really well.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Unless you meant Alec Guinness. Because
no
problem.
No. That joke wasn't funny when you texted it to me. It's not funny now.
Still makes me laugh. That's all.
It's still not funny when you say it out loud. No, but I just feel like there's so many stories to tell. Just right off the bat, just a Mos Eisley show.
Yeah.
Just at the cantina, all the stuff that goes on.
So there was rumors a few years ago when they kicked off one of the animated series. I forget if it was when they did Clone Wars or Rebels, that they were doing a live action series at the same time that was going to be on HBO, and it was going to be sort of like the smugglers and the gangsters of Star Wars.
I would rather see a movie about Jabba the Hutt and how he became so powerful.
No, I don't even want to see that. I don't want I want to exist in that universe, but I'm so tired of this fan fiction bullshit.
Okay.
Like everything, it's great. Like we've had our Skywalker story, and Han Solo, and that whole sphere. But they say it's a big galaxy, so show
So
us.
why? Yeah. So show it.
You don't even have to associate it with the Empire. You can have some stormtroopers in the background now and again as police, and then you don't even need to acknowledge the bigger story.
Yeah.
Maybe some news reports in the background or something. But it's just like we're just retreading the same bullshit, and it's great, but there's no mystery left.
No.
I could have told you half the shit that's going to be in this movie.
Oh yeah, no, we know everything that's going to be in the movie as far as storyline, plot points. It's really just going to be the performances that are going to have to make it exceptional. Exactly.
And while it's gotten some good reviews from the premiere, it's not enough for me to go. This is must see.
I don't have to go see it opening night.
Well, I'll go see it that weekend. It's a holiday weekend.
Yes, I might see it that weekend. I might not. It all depends when we record that week.
We'll have to figure that out. We have a couple weeks. We have one more show before that.
Yeah, that'll determine when I see it.
It's going to be a deep pool next week.
Yes.
So, that's something to look forward to. But yeah, I'm so tired of just retreading the same characters and the same bullshit. It's like,
yeah, but at the same time, the fans are so fickle that if they do that, it'll be like, oh, I don't want to see this. Where's the money in Falcon?
Well, but the rumor was that the Star Wars stories were going to be the ones that were taking risks and exploring new parts of the galaxy. No. And we're just backtracking over old stories. And they're taking risks.
A proper death scene for someone who's dead.
Which one was that?
You couldn't get a proper death scene for Princess Leia, but meanwhile she's dead, and now it's like, hey, we might have a Glenn Close player in the next film. No, you don't. No, don't do that.
Yeah, they should have
let
her die. They should have let her die. But it's unfortunate. I mean, they had the perfect moment to do it too, and they instead did Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
that scene still bothers me,
y'all.
That scene just still bothers me.
Because it was, for me, watching it was so sad. Because it was like, oh wow, she's Princess Leia is dead. And all of a sudden she gets like Star-Lord, puts a fucking helmet on and starts and it's, if you like a pina colada, you're getting caught in the rain. Let me in, Admiral Akbar, before I hit you with a bottle of champagne.
Except they killed. So the thing is, everybody overlooks that Admiral Akbar died there.
He should have listened to and known that it was a trap.
Apparently. He should have, but he didn't. So they've killed Admiral Akbar, but because to me she's royalty.
Yes.
And it does seem like I've rewatched part of the movie. I didn't get a chance to sit down and watch the whole thing again, but I got that part, and I'm just like, oh, I can't with this scene. Like,
and Mark Hamill's alive, but we kill him off. Did they think that he was dead and that Carrie Fisher was still alive?
I couldn't imagine them thinking that, but who knows? It's Hollywood. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We got another year and a half until that comes out. And then we have Ewan McGregor, and then we have another solo movie. So we'll see what happens.
I don't think I need to see a second solo movie.
Yeah, well, I think they want a trilogy, so you're out of luck.
Oh, man.
So, and we're all going to see it. It's not going to do like money like the main trilogies, but But again, I don't need to see more Obi-Wan Kenobi's origin or Han Solo's origin. Give me something original and interesting.
Yes.
But they ain't hiring me. You know, they're barely holding on to Ryan Johnson. They got so. Well, actually, no, he's got the new trilogy. It's
it's
the
J.J.
guys.
Abrams.
They got Abrams, and then Ryan Johnson's plotting the trilogy of movies that comes after that.
Yes.
So,
which might be original. Who knows?
Well, they said it's not. They're done with the Skywalker story after 9.
That's what they say. Yeah.
But
then is it the Rey story? Is it the Poe story?
Well, Rey, I think they include that in the Skywalker story.
That's what I mean. Like, all right, so what? We're gonna have a whole new generation of Jedi and
something like that. New characters. I don't know. We got a few years till we find that out. But Disney is not letting this one sleep. Unfortunately,
of course not. No, it's got to be. We need a movie every year.
Yeah, and then everybody's gonna get burnt out.
We got to make up all that money that we fucking spent on owning this shit.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna get burnt out eventually, and it's like,
they'll worry about it then.
Well, I mean, as it is, the merchandise does not sell; it just sits on the shelves.
But at the same time, you see Warner Brothers is dying for one franchise, for a big franchise.
Well, they have Aquaman coming in December with Vinny Chase.
Man, I hope that fucking thing works. I really, really do.
Well, you know, I think they learned from Wonder Woman.
I don't know.
I hope. But, yeah, I mean...
is it... Would they just have to turn over complete control of this thing to like a Josh Whedon type guy and be like, cast who you want, write what you want, put out what you want. We trust you.
Well, originally they said that's what they were going to be doing. Like each one was going to be a director with their vision creating the movie they want.
Yeah, but you need a central figure on the backside to be like, hey, this is where your guy that you are in charge of ends up at this point. You have to get him from here, however the hell you want, as long as when those end credits roll, you're here.
Yeah, which is what they did with Wonder Woman.
Well, and they did it perfect.
Yes, but...
And then Justice League came out.
Well, the problem is, you know, they didn't earn Justice League the way that Avengers earned Avengers and Infinity War.
Oh, but it's like they want that payday without putting in the 10 years of a fucking framework.
Yeah. Well, it's like everybody wants a universe. And we've talked about this before. But like if you watch Dark Universe just died on the vine as soon as it started, no matter how hard they tried. And I've watched The Mummy twice now.
The Mummy, they should have just brought back Brandon Fraser and his people and did the same thing with the characters we know and we enjoy, actors that we enjoy. Right? And you could have done those same fucking movies and had it with that. I don't need to see Tom Cruise again.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tom Cruise does a lot of these movies, but I kind of like The Mummy. It just falls apart in the third act when they try to shoehorn all of the... It's an action film.
Yeah.
It's not a horror film.
Looks too horror-ish for me.
They try to shoehorn in like the Dark Universe stuff in the third act, and it's just overkill, and then it just becomes all about that, and the final battle isn't very interesting. So, but like the first 2/3 of the movie are good. They're an adventure movie, not like the fun adventure movie, but like an action adventure movie. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work. So, you know, we're not getting Dark Universe now after everything that they've been trying to do for that.
Oh boy.
So. We will not be woken in the Dark Universe.
Good.
But you know where we will be woken?
Where?
In the Hot Picks.
Oh, Hot Picks.
You never saw that one coming.
Nope. Drew the curveball.
So what do you got in us for Hot Picks this week?
For Hot Picks, I have a podcast that I've listened to for the last 3 weeks called 83 Weeks.
I thought you said you only listened to it for 3 weeks.
Right, but the title of it's 83 Weeks.
Well, then they got to, get a few more weeks in there before they can call it that.
They will. It's hosted by Conrad Thompson and Eric Bischoff, and what it discusses in great detail, long-form detail, is the 83 weeks where WCW was winning the ratings war against the WWE and Monday Night Raw. and Conrad Thompson just absolutely grills Eric Bischoff hard. Last week they covered one of the worst angles ever in professional wrestling, the finger poke of doom. And Eric Bischoff stood behind it, made a case for it, and said that if he had the chance to do it again today, he would, because it made sense. Now, without going into too much about it, in that instance, he did make a great case for it, and I can see why something like that was done, but you have to say, no, I wouldn't do it again. So that's the stuff that's discussed on the show. I don't know if it's going to last just for 83 weeks. I don't know what the time frame is, but that's where the 83 weeks comes from.
Yeah. So I saw that they announced it. I just haven't had time to listen to it yet. But it is something I do want to check out. I mean, it's interesting. I like Pritchard's show. And I got into that because of you.
Oh, and the Pritchard show from this week. Actually, that should have been my hot pick now that I think about it, because I really enjoyed it. Shit. Oh, well.
Which one was this week?
The 100th episode, they discussed the brother love character, which Bruce Pritchard portrayed. The oranges of it, where it came from, where it was inspired from, who else was suggested to play the character. And it was absolutely brilliant. If you are into anything like, hey, how does a creative person think? That's definitely the episode, and as well as any of the 83 weeks episodes, because it really goes in depth, breaking down a creative person's thinking.
Yeah, so I did listen to that one too, and it was really excellent because it was just him telling his stories.
Yeah,
it was only, and it wasn't like a big researched one that went on for 6 hours.
Yes, and as someone who's creative and feels really misunderstood, that really is like, people should listen to these shows and be like, oh, this is what it's like inside Stugots' head. This is where it's coming from with his stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to check that out. It's just I haven't had time yet, but it's on my list.
That's okay.
You know, I'm still catching up from the ones from when I was away. It takes a couple weeks.
Did you ever watch the Rock promo from Brooklyn with Rusev?
No, I still need to watch that. I forgot.
Did you ever find it?
I'm gonna make myself a note. We will share it on the Geekodrome Twitter. So Rock promo with Rusev. Okay. So Heather's saying that Eric Bischoff also says Jericho is not a star.
Yeah, I think he talks about that today in the show that launched. I won't get to that till Wednesday.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of driving, so I'll be catching up on podcasts this week. I'll tell you about that off air.
Okay.
It's very personal stuff.
Okay.
Not my place to talk about publicly.
I gotcha.
All right. So my hot pick this week is a little book.
And here I'm sending you the link for the promo, so you have no excuse to watch it.
All right. It is Hellboy.
Yeah.
Omnibus Volume 1. Now,
ooh, nice.
We've talked about the Hellboy movie.
Keep that up. Keep that up on the screen.
We've talked about the movies before, but I've never really read the comic outside of a couple of short stories.
I absolutely love the Hellboy character.
I do too, and it's a very interesting character, and it's been going on for almost 20 years now, probably a little more. But so they're doing a series of 4 omnibuses,
Awesome.
omnibi, whatever it is.
Omnibi.
It's going to cover all of the Hellboy books in order.
Yeah.
So this one is the first 2 miniseries and 3 short stories. And if I can get that. So it covers Seed of Destruction, Wake the Devil, and the stories Wolves of St. August, The Chained Coffin, and Almost Colossus. And it tells the story of the demon child that is summoned from hell and found by the, World War II army dudes, who then kind of raise him to battle the occult against the Nazis. And
I hate Illinois Nazis.
Good thing that these ones are from Germany, which you can hate them too. It's okay.
I do, but they didn't. No one ever said that in the movie.
That's true. I don't know Nazis. Why did it have to be Nazis?
Oh yeah, Indiana Jones. Yes.
Yes. But it's because I've never read it, so for me, most of this is new,
Yeah.
and it's so good. Like I really don't realize what I was missing. It's just such a solid, like horror type story, but it has that great action adventure feel too. It has a great cast of characters. Some of them are, mutant types, and some of them are, normal human peoples. And all of these are taking place around the. It starts World War II and then jumps like to the 1990s. So it's happening when the book came out in the early 90s. And it's so good. It's just such great storytelling. It's one of those where it's one guy who does the story and the art for the most part. So it's, a unified uh, idea from one, person.
Yeah.
He's just wanted, he tells in there, in the end part, he does a little written part where he describes how, like, he was doing work for the major companies and wanted to finally do, something on his own. And this Hellboy character and some other characters he had been experimenting with and decided, this would make a good comic. And then it kind of springs up from there.
Nice.
And I highly recommend it. It's going to be 4 volumes, and then I think there's going to be an additional volume of short stories or something like that. It says it in there, and I just like them. So not only this, but I highly recommend the whole thing as they come out. I'm sure that they'll be my hot picks in the future because I loved it so much that I can't wait to read them. I'm not going to go back and get all the individual trades. I'm just going to wait for the omnibuses and read it that way.
Makes sense.
But so damn good, so strong, such strong storytelling, such a unique voice. It's been, at the time at least, there's definitely been people who've, copied him because he's so influential over the years. So it's Mike Mignola's Hellboy.
I love his artwork. I love the character.
I do too. And I'll just jump to a random page with it. Hopefully one that has Hellboy on it here.
Oh, hopefully.
Well, we have one. It's Rasputin, who is our main villain here. Here we go. Jump back a little further. I need to find something.
Jump back. Get back.
I want a good page with Hellboy here just to show up.
Break down. Shake down.
So
You're
here we
busted.
Go. Hellboy with his mentor, Brutenholm.
Oh, nice. Very, very cool.
So, it's just, it has that it's so stylistic.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I've been a fan of Mike Mignola's for, decades.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I've never read these till now. Like I said, I've read a story here and there, but I never really read, like, any of the major ones or, a lot of it. So I'm looking forward to reading more.
Cool.
So that's my hot pick for this week. And if you want to find more of our hot picks, or just more Geekodrome in general, check us out at geekodrome.co. We're on iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere you find your fine podcasts. You can hit us up on Twitter at the Geekodrome Pod. We're on the Facebooks at the Geekodrome Podcast. I'm John. I'm on the Twitters at just John. He's Stugots. He's on the Twitters at Don Stugots. And he hosts the Eat 'em Up show on the Facebooks. Anything you got cooking up for this week, Stugots?
Some tacos.
Taco favor kisses for my Ben.
We got some tacos cooking up.
Do love tacos.
Gonna try to film it tomorrow so I can put it out Wednesday.
All right. Well, we all look forward to seeing Taco Wednesday. So wait, you're going to publish Taco Tuesday on Wednesday?
Well, yeah, because Spanky has to have time to edit it, and I didn't have time to film it sooner, or else I would have just put it out yesterday. I mean, it would have been filmed yesterday to put out for Taco Tuesday.
I gotcha.
Some things just don't. It just doesn't line up. It just doesn't. It's hard. I'm working like 7 days a week right now, and it's just difficult to shoehorn stuff in.
All right. So Taco Tuesday is now Wednesday. Spaghetti Wednesday now on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Pepper Doll Gunmall wants you to know that she loves tacos.
I know she does. I know. She likes pink ones. That's all right. We don't judge.
We're equal opportunities here. I get that.
Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome.
We're all about the love. It's like being in the Baylor Club. Baylor Club is for everybody.
It's for everybody. Geekodrome's for everybody.
All right. You know what else Geekodrome is? Adjust. Two.